All right, how is everybody doing tonight? I am Neil Taylor, and happy to be here again this week. Got a lot of great feedback about our last show. Um, so just happy to be here. Been a crazy week. A lot of news, as everybody knows, going on. Shut this down. A lot of news going on, a lot of changes going on in the world, as everybody knows. Um, actually, just got done sitting in on a board of aldermen and mayor's meeting with the city of Boonville just a little bit ago. And as far as the city of Boonville goes, there's not many changes. Um, the city did vote to extend the um, unessential business ordinance for another month. Um, I think it runs through about the middle of May, and then they did say that based on what the governor says that uh, they would re-adjourn and um, meet as the rules changed. Um, so hopefully we will get back to wrestling as we know it. Maybe in about the next month or so. I still think it's probably going to be around June. At least that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Um, I know everybody's eager to get back. Grady Watson, that promotes MIW wrestling up in Middleton, uh, I talked to him on Saturday, and he was super excited to get back. Of course, the stuff that's going on in Tennessee right now is a little bit different than Mississippi. They could even beat us to the punch as far as getting back, which um, that's great too. I'm excited to see wrestling come back and get back to a little bit of normalcy for all of us. Uh, Gonna run through our plugs real quick. Um, do have a oh, my light's going out here. Do have a special guest on with us tonight. He's going to join us here in just a few minutes. I know everybody will be excited to talk to him. He's always got something to say. So I got a few questions for him. But make sure and check out our online store at epwwrestlingms.com. We have a ton of great stuff there. We've added some more stuff. Um, Help support EPW wrestling while we're on this temporary shutdown. As I said last week, just kind of let you guys know, um, kind of how wrestling works is, you know, all the revenue comes off ticket sales, concessions. That's how we pay wrestlers. That's also how we pay the rent. Also how we pay utilities and that type thing. And when there's no ticket sales, there's no concession revenue. Guess what? There's no money coming in. So super important. Make sure visit the online store, check it out. Even if you don't buy anything, still check it out. We're constantly adding content to that, and uh, just go by and check it out. If you got any recommendations, anything you'd like to see there, anything that sticks out to you, let us know. We're looking for opportunities and ways to change that thing. Um, so make sure and go by and look at that. Um, Social media, follow us on social media. Of course, we're on Facebook Live right now, so be sure and give us a like on Facebook. If somebody shared this, give us a like. Make sure and follow us on Twitter at EPW Wrestling MS and also on Instagram at EPW Wrestling MS. We actually post stuff on um, all of our different social media that is specific to that social media. So that means that you may see something on Instagram that you don't see on Facebook, and vice versa, and also with Twitter. So be sure and give us a like there. Um, I see some folks starting to jump on here. Let's see, there's Joey. I'm excited. Can't wait to get back to Joey. There's Ronnie Kitty. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Miss Lavelle. Um, So I tell you what, I'm going to pull our guest in at this time. As soon as you see this pop up, you're going to know exactly who it is. The one and only Hollywood Turtle. Let's see if I can get him up here. There he is.
Well, well, well. I'm glad to
Hollywood
see you
Turtle.
finally
How are
invited
you
me
this
on your.
evening?
Can you hear me?
Invited you. You're our
Yep.
first guest.
Hey, then I feel very, very special then that I'm your first guest.
Well, I'm sure that's what your mama says. You're definitely special. Um, so I got a question for you, leading right off the bat. We're gonna get right into it. So your boys, um, Hell's Henchman, Motley Cruz, and Billy Ron Bad lost
Get
the
his name
EPW
right.
tag titles not too long ago to Brandon Savage and Mick Vicious. So what happened?
You're going to bring up old news. Let me tell you something. Everybody gets lucky once in a while. An old man down here loses a leg. He gets a wooden peg leg every now and then, so he gets lucky. All I can say is it was a fluke. Them guys, they can't even beat themselves out of a wet paper bag. More or less beat the Hell's Henchmen. Because I'm telling you what, all it done was it sparked a fire under my guys. Because I'm going to tell you what, that right there showed us we took a little bit of mercy on them. And guess what? It kind of backfired on us. But you know what? When we come back, I promise you this right here. All hell will break loose. And I promise you, we will not say take no for an answer. They will have to take them out of an ambulance. I promise you that.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens when we come back. And I apologize, you can't see me all that well. I had my lighting quit in here for some reason. But anyway, so
Really,
I'm
you're
sure
gonna
you
do a
saw the
podcast?
video,
Look
and
at
I've
you.
got.
Look at you. You're gonna
Hey,
do a
we're doing the
podcast. At
best we
least get
got.
some
What we
decent
got here.
lighting. Come on now. Come on.
Well, listen. Hey, we're doing what we can with what we got here. Let me ask you this question. I'm sure everybody saw the video that went out with Hollywood Jimmy challenging Bone Crusher not too long ago. And at the end of that, Hollywood Jimmy seemed to catch a little bit of a cough. Do you have any health updates on Hollywood Jimmy? I mean, there's a good chance he's probably got the coronavirus, but he's claiming it's just a cough. Have you talked to Hollywood Jimmy, or have you spoke with him, or checked on him, or nursed him back to health, or took him some NyQuil or anything?
Look, I have talked to Hollywood Jimmy. His health, he's fine. He just had a little cough, allergy. It's allergy season. But you know what? You can take it as you want to. Jimmy does have bad health. Everybody knows Jimmy's got a bad heart. So during this time, a little cough is something to worry about. But Jimmy's fine. He's been tested. And I'll tell you this right here. Saturday, I think at 5 or 5:30, I can't remember which time he told me. But he is going to go live on Facebook and give an update on everything. He's going to do a Hollywood Click interview. So get ready for that.
So you said 5:30 on Saturday. So everybody, make sure to
Yes.
jump on, and we'll make sure and share any updates, or we may even try to get him on here maybe and try to get some updates out of him. Well, I tell you what, I'm looking at these comments, Turtle, and you don't have many fans. Let's see. Miss Edith, somebody needs to stick a sock in Turtle's mouth. That's great. What do you got to say to that, Turtle?
Let me tell you what, I ain't here to make friends. I could give two craps about them peons sitting out in the crowd. Only thing I care about is having that gold around our waist and making that money for me and my guys. That's all I care about.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's see if let's see. Uh, Randy White has got a message for you here. You and
I,
Hollywood could wrestle your way out of a wet paper bag.
I mean, really, I just said that a while ago. So he's going to use my lines against me. Really, why don't you come up with your own stuff, Randy? What have you ever done? Stood there trying to pose up and them things there. Look at you. Come on, really?
Well, I will say this. Here back in February, Horn, you were in the ring with Hornswoggle, and you didn't fare all that well. Um,
I'm
I don't know about you being a wrestler.
look, I'm 6'3", 225 pounds. This guy is 4 foot tall, not even 4 foot, what, 3'10", weighs 120 pounds. I couldn't even reach the guy. I had to literally get on my knees to wrestle this guy. So yes, he had a little bandage on me. And I mean, he stomped my bad toe for crying out loud. I had an ingrown toe that
Oh
night,
my gosh!
and he stomped my toe. So I was in pain, and all I could see was just hurting. And he took advantage of that. Somebody had, I tell you what, I bet that bone crusher told him I had an ingrown toe now.
An ingrown toenail. So that's what it's come to. That's what we're blaming this on. An
Yes.
ingrown toenail. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll move on to the next one. Here is Big Gravy. Hollywood Turtle and that whole crew are a bunch of cheating, lying idiots. I cannot wait to get my hands on any or all of them.
Now, if I recall, didn't we leave him laying in the ring last time we faced him? Didn't we pin him 1, 2, 3? So, what do we got to prove against him? He was just another notch in our belt.
Well, I don't know if I remember it that way. My memory is about as tall as Hornswoggle, so I don't know if I
Yeah.
remember it that well or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Miss Lavelle says it's sad that you got beat down by a little man and you're a wrestler. Well, I don't know how much of a wrestler you are, but you did get beat.
Look, I am a manager. I am not no wrestler. I have never claimed to be a wrestler. I do what I have to do outside the ring, not inside the ring. That's why I got the baddest team in around. They take care of the business in the ring. I take care of business outside of the ring. Point blank.
Well, as the old saying goes, you don't need to quit your day job. Oh, Joey Goss, y'all lost the EP tag titles 2 times to Brandon Savage and Mick Vicious. Hey, that's right. He's got a good point there. You guys lost the tag titles to twice.
What can I say? I mean, everybody gets lucky. I mean, he pulled it. The first time he cheated, and the second time they got lucky. That's all I can say. He had a handful of Motley's tights the first time he pinned him, and the second time it was just a fluke.
Well, I tell you what, we'll switch gears just a little bit and talk about somebody else you're real familiar with, and that's Daniel Nova. As a matter of fact, the EPW champion chimed in here, and DC says you're always full of hot air, just like Jimmy. Maybe not as hot air, but full of hot air. I agree with that.
Hey, as I recall, he is running scared of Daniel Nova. He is running scared every time Daniel Nova gets around him. He is running for his life and hiding actually behind you. You have stepped in and tried to baby him and keep him out of our harm's way. You are trying to protect him. You know what? Turn that light off. I'm tired of seeing that ugly face.
We're trying to chime up the better part of the screen here. All
Yeah.
right, let's see on to the next one. Hey, here is somebody that we're all familiar with. I'll throw in Dakota Riley has chimed in here, and he told Big Gravy to shut his mouth. He's a piece of crap, and talk bad about all the EPW guys. Let me ask you this: what is the speaking of Dakota Riley? What is the chances of possibly at some point seeing Dakota Riley in the Hollywood clique? I would like to think that Dakota has better taste than that, but then again, considering some of the things that Dakota Riley's done the last couple of months to Kevin Wayne, uh, I wouldn't be willing to bet on that.
Look, we've had Dakota in the Hollywood clique before, and he knows who to call to get hold of. And trust me, we know good talent when we see it.
All right, let's see here. So Christy Owens says she tried to run over you the other day. Is there any truth to that? She tried to run
I,
over you?
I have never seen a flying broom around here nowhere. So that has got to have
Oh
been no
my
truth
gosh.
to it. I mean, Can she even drive? I mean, can she stay with the steering wheel?
I don't know, but I wouldn't place any bets on that. Here is an interesting message from somebody named Gary Wooldridge. He says, "Who in the hell is that guy?" I wonder if
We
he's talking
actually,
about the right or the left. He got to be talking about your side of the screen.
me, he knows who I am. Look at him. He knows who I am. Because I just tell you what, we're going to deal with this right now. He's texting me right now, wanting to know who I am. I'll make him think who I am.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, DC is Sean back. Says if you lost your flipping mind, he's the one that hides behind your goofy. I'm gonna say that's gonna be
See,
face.
see, he can't even type. I mean, really? If you're going to comment on this, come at least get your spelling right now. Come on.
Well, I'll say this: maybe spelling is not a strong suit, but he's beat your man Daniel Nova. On to the next one. Let's
And now
see.
he's hiding behind you.
Christy Owens says you were in the middle of the road. So what are you doing hanging out in the middle of the road?
Look, she must have me mistaken with somebody else. Because one thing is here, Gary must have had her occupied and she couldn't see straight in that truck. So I don't know what they was doing in that truck, but I'm gonna have to ask Gary here what's going on. What are they doing in that truck to keep her from seeing straight?
Oh, you never can tell about Christy Owens. I've seen some
Nope.
crazy, crazy things happen there. Um, let's see. Anybody else got any questions? I see all kinds of comments flying back and forth. Anybody else got any questions for Hollywood Turtle before I throw him off? I mean, he jumps off here. Let's see. Just read a couple of things here. Evidently, Gravy and Dakota Riley are not G hawing here. They're going
You know
back
what?
and
That
forth on the
Gravy
comments.
there, he better watch it because I'm gonna tell you what. If he keeps barking up that tree, he's gonna be in trouble. I promise you that right there. He's going to get something he don't want. And
Well,
let
and
me
this
tell you,
comment is straight and to the point. Ann Tucker says you suck.
tell her to go bark like a damn dog.
Bark like a dog. Well, she's always the one that's talking about. Oh, here we go.
Now what?
Uh, where's she at?
When
When
can
can I slap you? And I'm
honey,
back in the dark again.
let me tell you something. You would love to get your hands on this right here. I know you would. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's not gonna happen, baby.
Let's see. Pamela Riley says that Hollywood sucks. Hollywood Jimmy or Hollywood Turtle or both. I'll place a wager on which one of the
Like I
three
said,
that
I
you're
don't
talking
care
about
what
there.
they say.
Let's see. Crystal wants to know where you got that black jacket from.
I got that black jacket actually from the Peabody. If you ever go up there to the store, you will see where I got my jacket at. That jacket actually cost me $1,500.
1,500. Did you steal it from the Peabody? Like, is somebody doing a coat check and they're missing a code,
No, I
or
bought it. Really.
it looks like you got it from like a Michael Jackson yard sale or something.
You
Like,
know, I've heard that. Ha ha ha. Very funny. No, I shop at high end stores. I can't help it. You little peons don't do that.
oh my gosh. Here's another interesting question from Tim Anderson. Tim wants to know if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter.
No, I'm actually a Trump fan. I'm looking for my Trump flag right now. It's not up.
Oh well, something we can finally agree on.
Sorry.
Let's
I'm a Trump
let's
fan.
see. Yep, and
I,
Ann's back. She says she's about to throw up.
what's new? Look at the damn mirror.
Oh my gosh, that's hateful.
Tell
That's
her to take a
uncalled
mirror
for.
down her house. She won't get sick no more.
Oh my lord. Let's say what all right, so Big Gravy's back. He says
Here we go again.
uh think what y'all want. EPW starts back and coming back with a purpose, and nobody is going to get in my way. So I'm assuming he is talking about Hollywood Click. He's talking about anybody. So
He says that. You
just
know what?
know
No, no,
that.
no. He's thinking about when the buffet's opening up. That's what he's thinking about.
Oh
When
my
them
gosh.
buffets open up, he's going to be running 90 mile an hour trying to get the first one in line. That's what he's talking about.
Wow. Let's see. Crystal says she thought she saw your jacket at the Goodwill.
Let me
Let's
tell you what,
see.
if you did, it's a rare find, I promise you.
Let's see. Here we
Only Mill
go.
Taylor's clothes.
Edith, come on now. Edith Poole says that Hollywood buys your clothes for you. Is there any truth to that?
Hey, let me tell you what, Hollywood signs my paychecks. So that's all I can say.
Y'all like go shopping together, or
We
what have
do.
you
We go
push the other
shopping.
in the buggy,
No, we don't
or
push the other buggy. We do go shopping. We do
that
hang
would,
out. We BFS. And we go to Memphis all the time, go shopping up there and do stuff. We go to Nashville. We go to Las Vegas. We've been
wow.
out to Hollywood together. So we've been to Florida. I mean, I got a couple of videos of us in my mansion in Orlando at Walt Disney World on YouTube. So
That's that's well, that's awful sweet. I'm proud y'all get along as well as you do.
we do.
By the way, if you ever do decide to push him in a buggy, make sure and film that. I want to see it. Um, let's see. Um, let's see. Here we go. Well, here's an interesting. I know you've heard of these guys. I know they're not in Holly Click, but um, the guy uh, Cody and Corey from the Stray are going to destroy everybody down there in that toilet bowl of a town. I know a couple of guys that may have an issue with that by the name of the Wild family. I know that John Wild was injured with his arm pretty bad at the hands of the Stray right before we went on hiatus. So the Wilds may have something to say to that. But if you were a betting man, Turtle, who would you bet on there? The
I'm gonna tell
Wilds
you.
or the Stray?
I'll tell you what. I've known Corey for a long time, and I've watched him through this wrestling business. Let me tell you what. My money's on them right there. Because I'll tell you what. Them Wilds. You got one who weighs 400 pounds, running around like he's on crack rock or something. I don't know what he's on. Then you got an old man barely can walk out there. So I'm gonna tell you what. My money's on the young guys.
Oh man. Well, there you have it. Turtle says that the Stray can handle the Wilds any day of the week. Hey, here's a comment from the complete opposite side of the spectrum. Adam Golden says Hollywood rocks.
There you go. See,
So yeah, somewhere, Hollywood Click actually does have a fan or two.
we got plenty of fans out there.
Well, one showed up in about 25 minutes, so maybe somewhere under a rock somewhere. Oh, let's see. Da, da, da. Ann Tucker says the Wilds will beat the Strays any day of the week. Uh, let's see. And Edith says you and Hollywood have been hanging out on the corners in Memphis, which I hope is not true because there's a stay-at-home order right now. And Jimmy probably has coronavirus, so maybe you're
Look,
not
we
on the
have
street.
not took Edith's spot, so she is fine. She can go back to work, whatever she wants to do. So
Oh
she's
my
fine.
goodness. Joey says he hasn't seen any Hollywood fans, and he's been at EPW for a long time, and he says he hasn't seen one Hollywood fan yet.
Can he see past them double chins? I mean, really?
That's
I
awful.
mean, hell, he
Wow.
can't.
Gosh. All right. Well, Hollywood Turtle, we're going to wrap it up here, and appreciate you getting on here. I don't really don't tend to agree with much that you've said, but I do appreciate you jumping on and
Well, you
saying
know what? I'm gonna
hello.
tell you what. I'm glad you graced me as your first guest because you know what? You know great people when you see it. But you know what? Like you said, you was in the Hollywood clique one time, so you know how great we are. Let me tell you what. You crossed us, we're gonna find you when we come back. Trust me, son.
Well, I
I'm
don't know about all that, but anyway, appreciate you,
I'm
Hollywood Turtle, coming by. And far as far as first guest goes, I guess beggars can't be choosers. But anyway, um, just want to jump on a few minutes, guys. Say hello, and have a Hollywood Turtle on here for a few minutes. Want to run back through our a few things right quick just to remind everybody. Make sure EPW Wrestling MS.com. Let me see if I can throw that up here on the screen again, real quick. Make sure go by the online store. Help support EPW Wrestling while it's during the temporary shutdown. Appreciate everybody that has ordered so far. I know that at one point the orders were a little bit behind, but I think everything is for the most part has been is caught up. So make sure go buy. We got t-shirts, stickers, hats. Matter of fact, I actually have on one of the hats here. If you can see it, uh, it's awesome. It's a really sharp hat. EPW logo embroidered on it. Pick up a hat. We got some backpacks there. Um, Stickers, cell phone covers, socks, coffee mugs. We got all kinds of stuff. So just be sure and go by and pick up something from the online store. Make sure and give us a like on Facebook. If you're watching this right now, then you found us on Facebook. Give us a like. Um, Make sure to follow us on Instagram, EP Wrestling MS on Instagram, EP Wrestling MS on Twitter. Make sure and give us a like on Twitter. Um, we're trying to get our likes and our reach up on Twitter, so be sure and give us a like there. Follow us on Instagram. A lot of times we post stuff on one platform that we don't post on others, so you got to follow all of it, guys, to catch everything and make sure you're in the know on everything. Um, we will jump on here in the next few days. We'll throw a notice up and maybe have another special guest. Until then, if we hear any news about hopefully being able to get back in the swing of things and maybe get some wrestling going again, we'll jump on and let you guys know. So in the meantime, appreciate you stopping by. My lights went off, so that is an indicator that I need to get out of here. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time.